Yo, what's the deal, everybody? It's Don Willie back at you again with another video. This time, I'm gonna be talking about Coldhands and who I think he could possibly be. Now, you saw the warning in the beginning of the video. Um, it's gonna seem very, very tinfoil, but follow me. I think I have some convincing evidence as to my claim. So, where to begin? Alright, I think Cold Hands could very well possibly be the son of the Night's King. Right? Now, where is my evidence for this? Firstly, I'd like to start off with just talking about the Night's King in general and what it says about him in the story. Now, when it talks about the Night's King, it says he's 13th Lord Commander of the Night's Watch, which in the series would have been about 7,600 years before the start of the book series, if we're going by average lifespan of Lord Commander, etc., etc. Right? So it says he ruled for 13 years. Big thing with the number 13 in the Night's King. Rumored to be a Stark, or possibly a Bolton, or maybe an Umber, but obviously some great lord from the north. Um, he proclaimed himself king of the wall. He took a queen and had the Night's Watch as his own personal army until, whoever the particular Stark at the time was, and also the king beyond the wall, I believe it was Jorman, um, took him down. Right? So, when it talks about the Night's King getting his queen, it describes her, and one of the things that it says specifically is that he gave her his seed and his soul. Right now, while some people might think, oh, just means that they had sex. I'm like, no, not really, because if you think about it, every time they mention seeds in the book, they're normally, you know, uh, they're usually referring to uh, having children specifically, right? So, um, when you're talking about, him giving her his seed and his soul, they could use a ton of phrases for them just sleeping together, right? Coupling, fornicating, whatever may have you. But George Martin specifically used the term seed and soul, which I think is indicative of the fact that he uh, had a child with this woman. Also, if you look at the story in its entirety, you got a ton of examples of, with father son dynamics and just fathers not getting along with their sons, possibly betraying them, etc., etc. Right? Um, you can look at Tyrion and Tywin, uh, Randall Tarley and Sam Tarley, uh, Geo Mormont and Jorah Mormont. There's a lot of just father son um, dysfunction on display, right? And you know, when you look at Cold Hands, the children of the forest tell Bran that he's been dead for a long time, but that he got killed a long time ago, right? And let's think about something. For the children of the forest, they live thousands of years. So for them, they say that he was killed a long time ago. I think definitely means something. He's not some dude that's been dead a couple of months, a couple of years, maybe even a couple hundred years. I think he's been dead a few thousand years. He wears Night's Watch garb. He calls Sam a brother. He knows about the Night Fort, and specifically that in order to get through the Night Fort door, that you have to say the second half of Night's Watch vow, not the first half, not anything about um, wearing no crowns, holding no lands, winning no glory, fathering no sons or children, whatever. Um, it's the second half, and I believe that the first half might be attributed specifically to the Night's King and his actions that he took at the, as far as taking over the wall and turning the Night's Watch into his own personal private army. Now, now another thing, when it comes to the whole story and Coldhands specifically, um, again, I take you back to the father son dynamic, which is why he might be fighting against the others. Let's just think about this scenario here, right? You have the Night's King who might have been bringing up his son to have certain beliefs about Night's Watch. Oh yeah, I'm the king of the wall, blah blah blah. This, that, and the third. This is my own personal army. And then he gets older. Uh, the war comes to bring the Night's King down, and now the son is questioning, like, okay, well, you told me you were the good guy. Why are these guys trying to bring you down? And then he finds out, no, like his father is actually the bad guy in this situation. He decides he's going to betray his father, and then, he gets killed. But because of his mother being, magical and otherly and all that, uh, he's able to come back, as a white, but not the same kind like you see others turned into, right? I think that's who he could possibly be. If you look at the background about him, and if you, take a bunch of stuff, put it together, yeah, you could get that it's him. He could be a nobody, or whatever. I just personally think that, A, there's no one who's a character who's been mentioned by name, or who we have actually seen do things in the story, that they're just, some random guy. I think he is a somebody, and I think that somebody is the son of the Night's King and Queen, and I think his being there is part of him trying to help to bring about some sort of redemption for his father's actions. So he fights alongside the Night's Watch in order to basically atone for the sins of his father. Um, anyway, look, I got a couple of links I'm gonna leave in the description. One, definitely for the guy who let me use his artwork. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce your name, man, but I will leave the description to his Facebook. He's got a bunch of Song of Ice and Fire characters that he illustrated, and it's real cool of him let me use the Coldhands picture for this video. Next, I'm going to be doing a character profile on Tywin Lannister. Yeah, man. Leave me your comments, questions, like, subscribe, share. Tell me whether you agree or disagree. And this has been another from your boy, Don Willie. Peace.